7:43 now. Welcome back. Since the coronavirus outbreak, a lot of people are turning to shopping online instead of going into places in person. As we all try to social distance ourselves, that means trips to the bank are changing too. A lot of people headed online to do their banking. So in today's Wallet Wednesday, we're going to talk top tips for mobile banking. Joining us live this morning is Westside District Manager at Wells Fargo, Sam Isaac. Sam, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. I think most of us are familiar with online banking. I know that's kind of what I've been doing for the last several years now. But mobile banking, there's probably more I could still be doing. So what are some of the best ways that we could be using mobile banking features right now?
Sure. So, given the pandemic, we've seen an uprise in the digital usage across the board, specifically in mobile banking. And there's a few things that I wanted to, or a few tips and features that I wanted to really highlight. First thing is mobile banking. Mobile deposit. With the stimulus checks and unemployment checks, rather than having to go into the branch to deposit your check, you can just take a picture of the front and the back of your check and have it credited to your checking account within 24 to 48 hours. In addition to mobile deposits, you can also do Zelle. And Zelle is a great opportunity for you to be able to transfer funds to a friend or a family member. And again, not having to go into the branch. You can do that all right through your mobile device or mobile phone. The last feature that a lot of our customers have found to be really helpful is our bill pay feature. So rather than having to go into the post office and mail out checks, you can leverage the bill pay tool and just enter in the business information, and the bank actually sends out a physical check to the place that you're trying to pay. So really great tips, and our customers really appreciate that and not having to come to the branch.
Yeah, I think that's great. Even trying to avoid a trip to deposit the check in the ATM. Last time I went, I tried to kind of wrap my sweatshirt around my finger so I wasn't pushing the buttons. So yeah, I think the mobile app is going to be the way to go for a lot of people. Now, I know there are some ways too that mobile banking can also help with security alerts and fraud risks. I think sometimes people are worried that mobile stuff is going to be riskier, but it could actually help detect some of that activity.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great features and tools that we have available. Text alerts and balance alerts. I can't stress enough how important it is to keep track of your account on a consistent basis. By logging into your mobile app, you can activate a text alert. So anytime a transaction or a deposit goes through your account, you get a notification, and you can determine whether it's legitimate or not. I mean, unfortunately, given this time with the stimulus package, I've had a lot of customers express how they've received emails, messages, phone calls, even social media messages asking to verify information and requesting social security numbers and so forth. Avoid that at all costs.
Yeah.
The IRS or the bank will not ask you for your information, so be very careful, especially during this pandemic.
Absolutely. Yeah, that second layer of protection, it's always good to double check. I know we've been told to use credit cards right now too instead of cash because it's more sanitary. You're not exchanging money with a clerk. What's the safest way for people to be paying, especially with cards?
Yeah, I think we can all agree that cash isn't the most sanitary form of payment, right? So most banks, I know Wells Fargo has proactively sent out what's called the contactless card. And it's replacing the chip card. And what's really neat about this card is when you go into the store, you can just tap the card onto the terminal or bring it close by, and it will transmit all of your information rather than having to insert, then swipe, and then type in your PIN number. It's a much better option. In addition to the contactless card, you can add your debit card or your credit card into your mobile wallet. And most iPhones, Android devices will allow you to do so. And then you can just tap your phone up against the terminal and process your payment that way. Again, it avoids you from having to touch the terminal and potentially transmit the virus.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sam, real quickly, I think a lot of times people might be worried about contacting their bank if they're having trouble paying bills or if they're feeling financially squeezed. But what kinds of resources should we be reaching out or asking for if we're losing income, if we're behind on rent?
Yeah, we understand that this health crisis has caused a lot of financial stress and hardships on many people. I think our federal and local government have done a good job creating some programs to help get our community through it. But I can tell you that many banks have different programs out there to help get through this crisis. Here at Wells Fargo, we're deferring mortgage payments, we're deferring auto loan payments. I know many of my peers within the industry at different banks have programs out there as well. I strongly encourage you to go to your bank and see what options are available to you.
Yeah, you never know unless you ask. All right, Sam, District Manager with Wells Fargo, we appreciate your advice this morning and stay healthy.
Hopefully it helps. Thank you for having me. Bye bye.